All right, welcome back to the Riz Show. Our phone number, 314-969-DUDE, 314-969-3833. Hit up those cameras and chat rooms, 1057thepoint.com/Riz, on the socials at RIZZ Show. And I want to welcome Mr. Drew Lynch here.
Hey!
Welcome back to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You were here, 2 years ago, I think?
I think it was a year ago. I think you just wanted to be further apart.
It's
been so long.
Yeah.
That is true. Drew was at a Helium Comedy Club this weekend. Got a show tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, 2 shows on Saturday. So what's happened in your life since you were last here?
Nothing real. I mean, like project wise, or just emotionally.
What have you been doing?
There's project wise, I guess like I did Conan last year. And that was I did terrible, horrible. You saw that. You watched.
Saw that, yeah.
I sent it right to you.
I wrote you. I wrote you a note too.
Yeah.
Saying this is terrible.
Yeah. No, this is the most liked comment on that video on YouTube. Just been trying to grow my own YouTube channel and keep the projects going on that, and just kind of traveling around and basic stuff.
You have a very successful YouTube channel. You do stuff with your dog on there, and we'll get to this later. And I actually did write you when I saw this video of you, which went somewhat viral, of a very not nice man, kind of verbally attacking you when you and your dog walked into, was it a restaurant?
Yeah, if you want to call Panda Express a restaurant, then yeah. Okay.
The orange chicken. Ain't nothing wrong with the orange chicken.
No,
Hey,
it's so good, dude.
now.
It really is. We could definitely get into that
we
later,
will.
but it was crazy.
Did you ever find out who this guy is, or?
No. I'm sure he's related to me somewhere. But that's just how the hate can come from a real place. But yeah, other than that, it's been nice. Like last year when I was with you guys, like I was in the middle of having basically the longest touring year. I did like 200. I was gone like 220 days last year.
Damn. Damn.
So it was a little too much. So this year I kind of just cut down a little bit and decided to come back to like the places I hated the most.
Sure, yeah. So that's why
I don't know what
you're
to
here.
say. Liked or hated the most. That's right.
And a little Drew time is good.
Yeah.
You need some you time.
Yeah. I think that helps to just like, I don't know. People always ask. Last year, people were like, "What are your hobbies and what are things like you do?" And I didn't have like good answers. Like it's kind of weird to be like, you work so much, you don't know how to balance it.
Since the last time you were here, I did some stand-up myself. I did a tight 5 a couple weeks ago.
Was it tight?
Oh, dude, it was so tight.
Yeah,
so tight.
And I crushed it.
What?
And then
He
I
did
re-
fantastic.
And then
He
I
really,
really
truly
did.
did.
I retired after.
You did. You went out on top.
That's
You
it.
won the ones you came. You came in.
Sold out show over at Helium.
Wow.
I mean, packed out.
Dude, I'm not surprised that you did that you did well. You're a super funny dude.
Thank
What did you talk about?
My life, and
Yeah?
it was very self-deprecating.
Yeah.
I opened up for Dan Soder.
Oh yeah, great. So wait, this was recently then.
Oh yeah, this was a couple weeks ago.
Hell yeah. So let's see. It went. Can I say hell? Sorry.
Yeah, you're
Sure,
good.
yeah.
Well, since you said it twice, I hope
yeah,
so.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Can I say?
Crap. Can I say crap?
Yeah.
Crap.
I just digress into more swear words every time I do. That's great. So let's see. There was the host, and then you,
then me.
and then Dan,
And then another comedian,
and
a
then
very funny guy.
Yeah.
Right.
One of our buddies, Rafe, and then Dan Soder.
Nice, man. Well, I mean, when you're just that was it. You're just
That was
doing
it.
You're just doing it 5, and then
I did a 5. Well, we had a bet going, and I lost, and the punishment was to do the 5 minutes without any.
The punishment for the audience or for you?
Being that I'm such a neurotic guy and a perfectionist, and this was the most mentally torturous thing I could have ever done.
Sure.
And I had asked the fellas, "Hey, could I go to an open mic and kind of practice?" And the answer was no.
Wow.
Yeah, and the
What
bet was
what was the
between the 4 of us. We do this competition on the show where ladies send in pictures of their breasts in a
Their
bra,
cleavage, yes.
and then we have to guess if they are real or fake.
Wow.
And it's between the 4 of us, and this punishment was one of the few punishments where all 4 of us were eligible for the punishment, but everybody in this room except for him was hoping that Riz would lose
Yeah.
And I lost.
because he would have been the most neurotic about it, and he was, and he lost.
And you thought that they were fake, or you thought they were real?
I mean, it was a whole series of pictures we had to go through.
Lucky. Nice.
Yeah, that's
and
what we do for a living.
Which, by the way, if,
It's your job,
in your
huh?
spare time, if you want to go to 1057thepoint.com/cans,
Mm-hmm.
just an entire gallery of past pictures are on there, so you could.
So over
spend
4
hours
years,
over 4
4
years of doing this competition. But in my head, obviously, I don't want to look like a fool on stage.
Right. Yeah, and that's what's tough about that is like I used to be so I'm just as neurotic, and I've had to work against being that just because. It's almost impossible to be perfect all the time or to appear that way, and sometimes you want to hold yourself to that standard and really feel like you can come off that way because you're insecure, and a lot of comedy and stuff like that can stem from that. But I guess when you start to let that stuff go, I think I've just gotten more and more comfortable with either failing or trying a thing and then just addressing the fact that something didn't go well, or it did, or whatever. But that fear is always what drives at least me for the longest time to make sure at least went somewhat well, that I could let myself off the hook after.
Well,
the
I
fact.
mean, people would say, "Hey, Riz, man, you do 20 hours of radio a week." But here's the thing: I have these guys to pick me up.
Right.
Stand up,
Aw.
even though it's.
Jeff, that's the nicest
Stop
thing I've
it.
ever said.
That
Write
was
that
very
down.
that was
Stop
very
it.
sweet, man.
Stop it.
That was
All right, we're
very
back.
sweet.
We're
Stop
back.
it.
We're back.
Whereas
I cried a little
being
bit
a
there.
stand-up
That was-
is, it's you and a microphone.
Yeah, you're everything. You're you write it, and then you perform it. You can edit it to figure out like how to get to the tightest joke in the quickest way possible. And
Well, being that I couldn't practice,
Mhm.
I mean, I had it in my head, and what's in my head isn't necessarily what's funny to anybody else.
yeah.
So I was literally practicing with a hairbrush in a mirror.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
At Kohl's, which was weird.
That was weird.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
super weird.
So I'd have my timer on, and I'd run through my routine, and my biggest fear was forgetting what I was going to do.
Sure. I mean, did you pause for laughs in the mirror
Yes.
too?
And I would actually say it out loud. Pause for laugh.
You just did that during the set too.
Yeah.
Well, the
Pause
thing
for
is,
laugh.
and here's what people don't understand, and it's the same with radio too. When there's silence on the radio, or if you're in front of a microphone, in front of a crowd, what could be half a second to you seems like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you want to
Yeah.
fill every quiet space up with something. So
Yeah.
you have a tendency to fly through your routine.
Yeah. That's why and I think a lot of people who are a little newer at it, they can tend to go from point to point because they might not know where it is they're trying to emphasize, or even if you're emphasizing the beat in that silence, that can be important.
Yeah.
Because I think that can help register with the audience what it is you're trying to get at. And a lot of people like the veterans like Chappelle and Chris Rock and stuff like that. They're really good at
Cadence.
and just embracing the pauses of a thing.
So, Drew, what happened was I had a martini and a half to loosen up a little bit.
What, dirty?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, dirty. And the host of the show was on, and I was kind of off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And she called my name up, and I walked on the stage. The spotlight was on me, and Drew Lynch, I levitated.
Wow.
I was above my body.
Which was
Wow.
part of the act, right?
Yeah,
was
that's what
looking-
people really
Guys,
cheered
stop
for.
it.
Hey, look, it's a magic show.
You did magic. That's really
Stop it.
good.
I was looking down upon myself.
Wow.
I was looking down upon myself, and I heard the laughter, and then I saw the light go on. And I walked off stage to thunderous applause.
It was thunderous.
Thunderous applause.
Wow.
And I said, I retire.
Wow.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Wow.
And that's it.
That's
Leave him
crazy.
laughing. That's what George Costanza said.
That's crazy, man. Boobs can really take you places.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they really can.
They really can.
Well done.
They really can. So Drew Lynch is here. He's at Helium Comedy Club. He's got a show tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, and 2 shows on Saturday. So what we're doing here right now is something we call the Craigslist Freak of the Week.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So if you didn't hear, Craigslist shut down their personals a couple weeks ago, which was a devastating blow, so we thought, to this segment because we would scour the personal section of the St. Louis area Craigslist looking for freaky ads. We'd look at the rants and raves, the misconnections, of course, the
Personals.
all the personal stuff.
Yeah.
And they shut it down. Shut it down on us. So what are we going to do? So they shut down the U.S. version, but not the international versions.
Right.
So now we've had to take it past our borders. And, I mean, we've gone around the world looking for freaks.
Yep.
So we pick our favorite 3 ads. John over here reads the 3 ads. And you guys on Twitter will vote for your favorite ad. And one of these ads will be moving on to the next round. We have a tournament going on. And we find the freak of the year.
Nice.
So what I want you to do, Drew, is listen to these ads. And I'm going to ask you at the end. And feel free to comment who you think the freakiest of these 3 are. And we got to thank our fine sponsor.
Dirt cheap 9 area locations. Cheap, fun.
All right, so you guys in the chat room, please, your name suggestions, throw those to us. We got to name these guys too.
Okay.
Just for identification purposes.
Okay.
So here he is, John Patrico.
Hey, let's do this.
Craigslist Freak of the Week. Here's ad number 1.
Fatten me up, woman for man, 38-year-old, Hanover, Germany. Dearest of gentlemen, I am looking for your help. I am single and 38 years of age. I am a little on the hefty side, and I'm looking to gain weight. Please come over and give me food and gifts to show your appreciation to my size. Right now, I'm at 129 kilograms, 285 pounds, but would like to get up to 181 kilograms as soon as possible. Please come over and bring snack cakes, potato chips, beer, sausages, and any other food you can think of to make this ass fatter. I will accept all and any gifts. I would like to let men watch me get at it on webcam. The more they pay, the more I eat. For more money, I will be willing to get nude for them. I do not want anything sexual from you. Just your gifts of food, drinks, and some conversation. If you want to watch me take off my clothes, that would cost you more. All up to you. I have long, thin blonde hair and will host. Please email me with any other questions. Thank you in advance.
All right, that's our first ad. Thoughts, Drew?
Wow. So this guy wants to get fatter.
It's a woman.
It's a woman.
Okay,
Yeah.
woman.
So
It makes it
this
even
woman
worse.
for man.
woman wants to be a fat guy.
So right now she's at 285, would like to get up to 181 kilograms, which is just about 400 pounds.
Okay, wait. Okay, so the lens of that, I thought that was a guy the entire time. Okay, so I'm relearning.
Changes everything.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
relearning everything back.
So she wants you to come over with the snack cakes, the potato chips, the beer, the sausages, any other foods you could think of to make, quote, this ass fatter.
Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I would propose to that woman.
Well,
Better bring some Cheetos.
She
Yeah.
sounds like a
Right.
winner. I have long, thin blonde hair.
Yeah.
And we'll host.
And
Thin blonde hair is just like it,
Really
it
big
kind
in
of
my
set like
hair
a chill.
thinning.
Of all the things in this ad, like this woman literally wants you to help her get to 400 pounds. But when she said thin long blonde hair, I went,
That's the only
"Ugh."
Let's get some names for.
I think we've got 3 really good ones. We've got Fatty LaBelle,
oh.
Oprah Slim Free, and Fat Benatar.
I think.
Wow.
Fat
Fat
Benatar.
Benatar.
Fat, yeah.
Fat Benatar it is. There's our first ad. Fat Me Up from Hanover, Germany.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got more.
Yeah, I can't
Job of the
wait.
Slut is good too.
Yeah, but she said
She's
no
no,
sex.
no,
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
None of sex.
yeah.
None of the sex. All right, here we go, John. Ready?
Ready.
Freak of the Week, ad number 2.
Homos in Paris. Man for man, 51-year-old, Paris, France. I am an American fairy living in Paris and looking for a local to help me out. I want to have sex with as many big boys who do not speak English. No communication of any kind. No odd and awkward talking. Just dirty, smelly sex. Reply to me with a photo of your full body, and when you are available, I will reply and you will come over. You will knock on the door, and then we will begin. I will strip you nude, and we will have sex. You can speak all you want, but I will be honest, I speak almost zero French. No safe word, so be prepared for any and everything. Slapping, biting, scratching, frothing, and blade play are all a go. If one of these things are not okay with you, then please do not waste my time. I am an adult and do not have time for children and their games. Must be in your 20s. Serious replies only. Jati Amu.
That's that is
Whatever.
that is
That's how you say I love your French.
I wouldn't have known how to say that either, John.
Really?
Je t'aime.
I
Je
don't
t'aime
know.
is how you say I love you in French. You say je t'aime, not je t'aime.
We're in Missouri, John, and
That's
you're
right. That's the way I see
Shit to
it.
me. I don't know what that is.
He said J to me.
J Tommy.
These French people.
J toasted ravioli.
Oui, oui.
wee.
And by the way, slapping, biting, scratching, frothing, and blade play are all a go.
That's
I
right.
looked up frothing.
And
It is.
okay, I don't want
Not
to.
good, huh?
It,
Oof. I wanted the list of verbs to go on so much more. Scratching, biting, swimming,
Volleyball.
badminton.
all right, so this is
Wow.
an American guy living in Paris looking for
Big boys.
a
Everything.
man to have dirty, smelly sex
Wow.
who doesn't speak English.
I liked the aggression of the it's the straightforward, the candidness of the ad.
Yes.
You will come over.
Hell yeah.
You will do these things.
And there's no safe word.
Yeah, there isn't. I don't know how you. Yeah, I don't know how they would agree on a safe word.
And there's no
There's
communication.
no communication.
Yeah.
All right, name for.
We got a couple good ones here.
Come on, Gay Paris.
I mean, yeah. We've also got Guyful Tower,
Ooh, okay.
French Stewart,
Ooh.
and I like Wee Wee Herman instead of Pee Wee Herman,
Drew,
but
what do you
spelled.
I really like Guyful Tower.
think? Okay, that is. Guyful. So it's Guy first name,
Yeah, Guy's the first name
Guy, and
dash
then
full tower.
Guy full
Ah,
tower.
he's a hyphenate.
Yeah, he's a hyphen guy.
Ooh, that's another good one too. Paris and Ford.
Ooh, that one's good. That one's good too. I don't care.
All right, Guyful Tower. I already wrote it down. Okay,
Wow.
we got one more for you.
Yep.
So someone wins this. Like
Yeah, yeah.
One of these,
Hey,
one of
do-
these ads moves
Do
on
you
to
want
the
to
next
tell them what they
Wins.
win if they win at the end of the year?
Oh, yeah.
do I have to go on stage?
No, they win a special. They win a special prize.
Yeah. Let me.
Oh, the
let me
freak
get
is
to
the
it.
one that wins. None of us do. The freak itself.
Gotcha.
Whoever is the freak of the
Gotcha.
year. yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I could find it. Hang on. Ah, yes. The 2018 Craigslist World Cup.
This is the 2018 Craigslist World Cup.
Yeah, they got the World Cup. So, you know, because we've taken an international.
You know,
It's great, man.
I hope these people can fly in for this award.
I hope they don't.
I don't think
I
they
hope
can
they
legally
don't.
fly.
They are
Their
definitely on a
passports
no-fly
have been
list.
confiscated.
They are definitely on a no-fly
you pay to
list.
have them come in, right? Okay.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
One more, John.
Yep.
Craigslist Freak of the Week. Ad number 3.
Destroy me, man for woman, 28-year-old, Gank, Belgium. I am looking for a real woman to destroy me. Holds nothing back. Make me scar and feel pain for weeks. I don't want to be able to sit for days.
Oh boy.
Maybe even force me to see a doctor. You must be strong, and if blood is an issue for you, then this is not for you.
Not for me then.
I will scream and cry, but I do not want you to stop. I will host in a motel so the cleanup is kept to a minimum. Use a toy, use a lead pipe, Use anything that can inflict the most amount of damage. I am begging you to not hold back. If you are a little on the plus side, then that is actually a bonus. Be naked if you want. It's not required. No men. This is for females only. Be over the age of 18 and have a clean record. No drugs to our meetup. No first names. Photo when you respond, please. Your response will get my picture in reply. I am not gay. I am hetero. Not even curious. Don't ask.
All right, so we go to Belgium for ad number 3.
Wow.
It's a man looking for a woman to, quote, destroy him.
Yeah, who needs to have a clean record.
It's a must.
This is a 3 interview process, so
Yeah, there will be background
Be a
check.
background check. I'm going to need a letter of
you
recommendation.
need to submit an essay.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony?
But you can have a toy or a lead pipe.
I mean, where are them two things going? From toy to lead pipe.
I would say
I just picture just a bunch of chicks lined outside
Wait.
this guy's door with lead pipes.
Just slapping them on her hand. Let me.
that's it.
You can use a lead pipe on me, but you better not have had any traffic violations recently.
He's looking for the cast of Clue to come. And he says clothing is optional.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Not gay, though.
Wow.
Not gay.
no,
Not at all.
Don't even
No.
ask.
Oh.
Not even curious.
Not even.
All right, names for this guy.
We got 4 really good ones here. We've got Rod Stewart. We got Wreck-It Ralph. Dis Troy.
Okay.
And I like Led Rogers.
Well, Led Rogers is good. Now let's go with Led Rogers.
Wow.
All right, folks, there are your 3 ads. Now you'll vote via our Twitter page at RIZZ Show. That's at RIZZ Show. So, Drew, pay attention because we're going to go over these one more time.
Okay.
And I want you to think of the one you want to vote for. So nominee number 1 is Fat Benatar.
That is the woman who wants to get up to almost 400 pounds. She wants you to come over and bring her gifts of food while she does webcam stuff and basically just eats for guys that pay for her.
Then there's nominee number 2, Guy Full Tower.
That is the American who is living in Paris, who is gay and wants to have no questions asked sex with no safe word with a guy who only speaks French, and he does not.
And then you just heard from Led Rogers. All right, John,
Yeah.
if you can endorse one person,
You know,
who's going to move on to the next
I
round?
have
Who's it
to
gonna be?
endorse Led Rogers because I can just see this guy with a lead pipe running around in the room, beating the hell out of this guy, and he's going, stop. No, don't.
Yeah, so John is Led Rogers.
Can somebody else off the air explain to my dad what they want to do with this lead pipe and it's not just beating him over the head with it?
Well, you know what?
I
Hey,
don't know.
I'm going to go with the
I don't
just
know.
beating.
I don't know.
That's just conjecture. We don't know.
Yeah,
Jeff,
it doesn't say.
I'm going with Led Rogers as well. The first lady's just looking for a free meal.
Snacks. Looking for a free meal.
somebody's too lazy to go to the store.
Yeah.
That's really what it
You
comes
want to
down
watch me eat naked? Bring me food. I don't
That's
care.
right.
I don't
Moon, who do you think? Oh, you're going Led Rogers too? Okay, Scott, King Scott? 3, okay.
Wow.
Tones?
It's Led Rogers for me as well.
Why?
I don't know. This other guy here, Guy Full Tower. I mean, slapping, biting, scratching, frothing,
he
and
was
blade play.
he was real close.
I mean, that's some pretty freaky stuff there.
It is.
But looking for a real woman to destroy me. I'm gonna have to go with Led Rogers too.
And if you're a little
Drew
on the
Lynch.
heavy
If-
side,
if he wanted a woman to destroy him, that could have been a dating joke.
Just get married.
Do you like?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you like?
Hello.
I don't give the joke. I give the potential for what it could have been. It's got to be Led Rogers for me as well.
I just looked up frothing. I wish I wouldn't have.
Ooh.
I don't want to know.
I guess during the break we'll explain what.
Okay,
what that
yeah.
is.
I looked it up too. I'm going to destroy my computer during the break.
All right, you'll vote via Twitter at RIZZ Show, and we'll have the winner before we get out of here at 10 o'clock. Johnny, can you stick around?
I have to go to work.
Oh, this guy's going to go to work.
I'm sorry, this don't pay much.
All right.
I stick around.
Brutal honesty,
We all stick
okay.
around.
Yeah, so
It doesn't pay anything, honestly.
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
It doesn't pay a thing. Thank you, John Patrico, for the ads, and as always, who are we shouting out this week?
You know what? I'm going to shout out to my boys over at Big G Auto because they're not allowed to listen to this station on the radio and while they're working, but I'm pushing to get it on.
All
so
right.
Hopefully,
Even though they
the
can't
boss
hear
will
this.
let them.
Shout out to people who aren't listening.
Yeah, right on.
Hey, they go to the podcast, you know.
Oh, that's
so,
true. Podcast. There
All
you
right,
go.
we'll have more Drew Lynch after the break. It's 9:07.
The Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point.
All right, welcome back. Comedian Drew Lynch is here. Thank you for helping us out with the Craigslist Freak of the Week.
Of course,
Hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did. It was an amazing segment.
Yes, thank you. You were at Helium Comedy Club. You got a show tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, 2 shows on Saturday. HeliumComedy.com, and you got your start at America's Got Talent.
Yes.
Kind of broke out there, and I mean enjoyed a very fruitful career since being on the show. And let's bring up something very painful.
Oh.
Which I tend to do when guests are here and make them feel very uncomfortable. And this happened last year, and I want to bring this up because you walk around with a service dog. Your service dog Stella.
Yeah. She almost goes with me everywhere, but I'm always reluctant to like take her to like because I know you guys, but like I've had to go around to a few different stations today, and I haven't been able to like I don't know if how people might react to being like to dogs or allergic to dogs. Like I always try not to like I try to do like carry my business life separate from that, which I always feel like is like a I don't know. I never want to like inconvenience a thing, even though she's with me almost always.
I think you brought her last time.
Did I have her?
Yeah, she was here.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I thought, man, how rude. But
yeah.
You were scratching for days too, right?
Yeah,
Your eyes
yeah.
were swelled shut. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I didn't care about you last
Yes,
time.
yes.
I gave him mouth to mouth.
Yeah, I remember that.
He didn't need it.
I
but-
I do
yeah.
remember that though. That was super hot. But yeah.
Does she wears a vest that says service dog?
Yeah, she wears. Yeah. She says she has different vests too, like that say different. Do you want different things for her to say?
No,
or?
I just want
Is it
to
Patagonia?
establish. I want to establish that
Yeah.
it is clearly.
It's very clear. Yeah, she's got.
clearly you
Yeah,
have
she's
a service
she's
dog.
all accredited. She's got her public access. She has all the appropriate paperwork, and then she has and the reason like I don't want her to have to wear all that stuff, but she's wearing like a. It's just like a huge sign. Like there's so many different signs and so many different like things that she's saying just so she doesn't get distracted. But people sometimes, they don't really care so much about that, which is, I try to still be understanding of. Like I'm pretty diplomatic to anybody seeing a dog and being like, oh, I need to touch this dog because I have urges or
Yeah,
whatever.
I can't help myself.
Yeah.
I gotta pet it.
Because yeah, exactly, yeah. So I'm very usually understanding, but it's just when and it's also like I'm constantly conflicted because it's like by taking her everywhere, which I need to be doing, there's that, but then by not, I'll by having her with me, like you just end up encountering a number of conflict. There's just.
Well, there was a gentleman I guess you ran into at a fine dining establishment.
Thank you.
Panda Express. Man, can't a guy just go in for some orange chicken?
Yeah.
That's it,
Seriously.
some fried rice. That's
Yeah.
it. Can't a
Yeah.
guy just go in for some orange chicken and go on with his day?
And not pay for it and just like go.
And just run.
Just drive. Yeah, just run.
So, and this is in Los Angeles, right?
Yes. It was I know it's right by my house actually. So,
I mean, Los Angeles, you'd think a pretty progressive place and very open
yeah.
to pretty much everything,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Not this guy. This guy took a particular issue with Stella and
Yeah.
you inside this Panda Express. I'm gonna play some of the audio, and you had recorded this.
Yeah, I did, and I'm never like I always hate doing that because like if I had recorded every single run-in or tiff I've ever had, like I wouldn't have any I wouldn't have any like storage on my phone or anything. It's all the time, you know. So it's uncomfortable. But yeah, I record. I couldn't believe it because it was one of those moments where like I couldn't believe what an
a-hole this guy was.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
Hey, tell me when to stop it.
Excuse me?
Come up to me, mister. I'm talking to her.
You just said that my service dog was.
I didn't say nothing to you.
Yeah,
I'm
you
talking
did.
to her now.
No, you weren't. You were talking to me. You said that my service dog was fake.
I'm talking to her now. You got a kind of a little bit of an attitude for somebody who's got a problem.
Yeah, he says you got an attitude.
Yeah. He says I got a bit of an attitude for someone has a problem.
Wow.
Which is, I mean, you know,
the balls on this guy.
Yeah, once he saw that I was like recording or whatever, he still changed his tone quite a bit. So what happened in later, which was pretty condemning, is he like incriminated himself by later just iterating what he had said prior to me even.
Right, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Sure.
Whole thing, because you heard this 100 times, maybe 500 times. Oh, hey, dude, you know what? You're not fooling me. Don't play your little game with me, you fool.
Incredible.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. Yeah, no, it's all right.
And this is a woman who's come to defend you.
Yeah, there was a woman who did in the restaurant, and then the employees were very accommodating as well.
And then it went outside.
Yeah, no. Well, thank you.
I
Sorry
didn't know
about
he
this.
was
Sorry
outside,
about.
waiting outside
I
either.
told you to come outside. Now come outside, you little bitch.
This guy was waiting for you outside.
Man, yeah.
This guy was waiting for you outside.
The most amazing thing to me about this whole video and this audio is how he changes in front of other people inside the restaurant. I mean, while he was rude, you know, he was rude, but that was it.
Yeah.
He went from rude to threatening, like that when nobody else was around.
Yeah.
And this is outside the restaurant.
Yeah, no. Well, thank you. Sorry about this. Sorry about.
Hey, I told you to come outside. Now come outside, you little bitch.
I am outside.
Corner, you little pussy. You little bitch with your dog. Don't look at me.
What would you like?
Look at me.
What would you like to
the
do?
Protection of those fools.
The protection of two little.
Now go around the corner, you little pussy. Go around the corner, you little bitch. Yeah, you ain't got the same attitude out here that you had in there, you little face. Pussy.
Wow.
He seemed nice.
And I love how after he says, yeah, I told you to come outside. Basically, he said, let's fight, bro.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, he goes, come on, man, let's go.
Yeah, that's right.
Away.
Yeah.
Like, do you expect me to have superhuman speed right now to come get you?
Let's go around the corner. Did you what, sir?
Yeah, and exactly. I didn't know what he was.
Do you want to tickle me?
Yeah, it was bizarre. I mean, and he was like, he was waiting in his car right when I got outside. And he was like, yeah, I told you to come outside, and you can hear me in the audio. I was like, I am outside. Like, where else was I?
I'm leaving.
This
I'm
is,
done.
you can't get
I was
more
inside.
outside.
Yeah, I was inside, and now I'm outside. And then when you're not, you can actually go from outside to inside. You can do. Those are the only combinations of the sides. And he was
And that's
like,
the last time you saw Tom Hanks,
and
right?
that was the last time. The last time.
He's such a cool guy. Now we know.
You don't want to see outside Tom Hanks. Let me tell you, man. Yeah, that guy takes his volleyball everywhere. But yeah, it was just I mean, there was a number of things that you can actually in the video, which is perfect for radio. You can see he's parked in the fire lane right outside of the Panda Express. He's parked in the cup holder. There's an open Corona. And
Seemed like a Corona drinker.
no, yeah, Corona people seem like they're on vacation, and you know, he's more of like a Tecate, and then I don't know, and then yeah, I mean, he was, and then his car was a Trans Am, I think. Yeah.
What a jerk.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now I hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really. Trans Am.
Firebird, maybe.
Yeah.
But not
Yeah.
Trans Am.
What
Yeah.
an awful human.
So yeah, it was just. I mean, he didn't like the fact that I had. It don't sound stupid to say. He didn't like the fact that I asked him to kind of double down on what it was that he was saying. Like for the simple fact that I was kind of standing up for myself or pleading my case, he didn't really seem to take to that. So I mean, I've never encountered an experience from a person where there was just like he was effusive as far as how much hatred. Like he was almost disgusted. It felt like there was more going on than just like this was towards me.
You almost, after hearing that and then what you just said, you almost feel sad for the guy.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, sad for what happened to him to get him to this point. Now he's just an a-hole in a Trans Am.
Right. I mean, yeah. So it was kind of bizarre. And the crazy part, which I mentioned in the video, was he was someone who was behind me for when I initially went. So I was on my way to leaving before he said his initial comment. But so he was behind me, and before our interaction, when you pay at Panda Express, and then they give you they have those change machines, like get all your change or whatever, and they don't have a tip jar or anything. So I was just like, oh, that's okay, I'll leave it for the next person. So he got my change, so I paid a little bit for his lunch.
He took your change?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
the gall.
So and then when he started and then when we were leaving is when the whole thing went down. So.
Well, I'm sorry.
No,
on behalf of humanity.
No, it's okay.
Which I'm a representative.
Yeah, it's your fault, but yeah.
I beat myself. I beat myself up over it every day. I mean, honestly. All right, Drew Lynch is here. It's time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
It's brought to you by Lena's Pizza, St. Louis's only frozen pizza made with 100% real Provel cheese. James Hetfield, from one of your favorite all-time bands, Metallica, yes. He has a really cool guitar, and it's newish, and what's really neat about it is it's made from reclaimed wood. Okay, it's salvaged from this guitar, or from this garage that the band used to rehearse in and wrote a lot of their legendary songs from back in the day, talking the 80s, okay?
Yeah, how cool is that?
Yeah, so this garage was recently torn down. So James and some of the other people took some of the wood from this garage and made a guitar out of it. Is that the neatest thing in the world?
Wow.
Now let me pull the rug out from underneath you. You know how most musicians name their guitars?
Yeah.
Guess what he named it?
Guitar.
What do you think he named it if I'm bringing it up?
Moon? Thoughts?
No, I'm trying to think of all the James Hetfield isms.
It has nothing. I don't think it has much to do with
it. He named it whiskey.
Is it just wordplay on
because
wood?
he loves whiskey.
Or on... Yeah.
Let me give you a hint. It has something to do with the road that this particular place was on.
Arlington Road.
And the name of the road was, the address was 3132 Carlson Boulevard.
Oh,
Did he name his guitar Carl?
He named his guitar Carl.
Oh, damn it, Carl.
Damn it, Carl.
Damn it, Carl.
Damn it, Carl.
We have
Of
a thing
all
when
the names-
something goes wrong, it's Carl's fault.
Oh, it's Carl.
It's
Carl.
always Carl's
Oh,
fault.
Always
okay.
Carl's
an
fault.
a-hole.
Oh,
No
yes.
matter what.
The guy who accosted you, probably a Carl.
This is a Carl. Yeah.
If I get a paper cut, damn it, Carl, this paper is too sharp.
Remember a couple months ago when that guy accidentally set off the emergency alert system in Hawaii
Yeah.
with the missile attack?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't know his name, and I was like, damn it, Carl, you hit the button!
It's great.
I don't know if you watch much TV with all your traveling. USA Today has released some early results. They do this thing every year. It's called Save Our Shows, and it is a survey which lets people voice their support for TV shows that may or may not get canceled. So they always put out a little list. Well, this one has 30 shows on it that supposedly are on the bubble.
And you know how you vote? You watch the show.
Well, there's that.
That's how you vote.
But it's up to this point, people haven't watched these shows enough, so they're like, okay, who wants to save this?
Oh, thank God they're bringing back Bones.
They haven't released any actual numbers yet, but the 3 dramas that have emerged as favorites, in other words, to be saved, Designated Survivor,
Don't know that one.
The Blacklist,
Okay.
and Timeless. And the funny thing about Timeless is Timeless actually won this poll last year, so they kept it around. And then they canceled it anyway by NBC, and then they changed their minds and renewed it.
So millions and millions of dollars in jobs are on the line based on an internet poll.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Pretty much, yeah.
Perfect.
So, some of the other shows that are on the list. AP Bio.
Don't know what that is.
AP Bio, is that the one with Patton Oswalt? Look that up.
Also on the list, The 100.
I don't know that one.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, I know that one. Never watched it.
Scorpion. Is it Quantico? Quantico. Yeah, I never say that. Criminal Minds. Fresh Off the Boat.
Oh,
And
wow, that's on the bubble, huh?
Yeah, and two that are surprising to me, and I know Patrico's a fan of one of these shows. Kevin Can Wait. That's the new Kevin James. I guess they switched out one of the. Leah Remini came in season 2. Season 1, it was fantastic. So now it's on the bubble. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh,
No! You like that? You like that
I
show?
love that show.
Dude, it's one of my favorites.
I absolutely love that
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
I will be so bummed.
Yeah.
Because I've just been getting caught up with everything, binge watching kind of the seasons.
Yeah.
I will be so bummed.
Yeah, each of the Halloween episodes are just
the
killer,
greatest,
man.
the greatest heist ever.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wow.
You would
I gotta
love
watch.
that
I
show.
know. I gotta
You would
watch.
love it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Patrico has AP Bio over here. That is not what I thought that title was going to be.
It's, what's
yeah,
his
I
name?
know
Is that
that
Glenn Howerton
It's Patton Oswalt and the guy from
from Always Sunny?
I remember the previews of that, and I thought the good idea, but the dude or the writing, one of the two, was just way over the top.
So
It's way too much.
It's a comedy about a classroom, but AP Bio now it makes sense. But initially, it sounds like a biography show.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't understand. I don't understand why they end up canceling so many all the time. Like so many shows are
They
always
just don't
on the.
do well.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just. I mean, but people have like lives and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they have
Yeah.
like.
They don't. Nowadays, they don't give anybody any time. Remember Seinfeld when it didn't come out of the gates hot.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember even like the Office, which ended up getting big, like like only after like its second season, was only contingent on Steve Carell's career going so well. So
Yeah.
it was right around the
Outside
time
of the
that-
show, you
yeah,
mean? Yeah.
exactly.
And MASH is the same. MASH in the first couple of years, horrible ratings, almost got canceled.
Yeah,
That's entertainment in general, though. Same thing happens with bands. There's not going to be another Aerosmith. There's not going to be another Zeppelin. There's not going to be because they don't have the time to grow.
yeah.
They
and
just don't.
Do you think it's? I mean, maybe it's just because like everyone needs just constant content all the time, and they need it quickly, and then maybe attention spans, or I don't know, or
It's
everything's
what have you
just,
done for me lately?
Yeah, everything's so saturated as it is, so it's just it's not fair to, I guess, watch a lot of these shows, not get the chance that they deserve.
You know what's up with this AP Bio show with Patton Oswalt and Glenn Howerton from Always Sunny? He's one of those characters on Always Sunny, which every time you see him, you go, Always Sunny.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Charlie Day. Every movie, like Horrible Bosses, I don't see Charlie Day as that character.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's Charlie from Always Sunny in this movie.
Yeah.
So it's tough to like kind of separate those characters.
Yeah.
Another one of Riz's favorite TV shows, Jersey Shore. Remember back in the day?
Love it.
Do you?
You know why, Drew? Because I did radio on the Jersey Shore for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and it's just like the show.
Just that.
Like that, it might as well just be that.
Yeah.
That is it.
Wow.
There's just orange Italian people running around, getting laid,
Yeah.
and getting drunk. That's it. That's
Wow.
the Jersey Shore.
So it's so in that way, it's just because those shows are so entertaining.
I love it.
Man.
And they're always,
Wow.
I would imagine shows like that are always low price as far as production. It doesn't
Yeah.
cost a whole lot to produce them because it's
Right.
just put a bunch of people
Well,
out there and cameras on them.
At first, but then the show gets popular. You got to pay these.
Right. So Snooki is talking about the cast back in the day, the original Jersey Shore show, and talking about how much they got paid. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but she's got some cash nowadays.
Now she does.
And it's not because of TV, as a matter of fact. Listen to this. Back in the original MTV Jersey Shore, the cast was paid $200 a week in store credit.
Wow.
Really?
It was a place called Shore Store.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where they worked, right?
Yeah.
They were getting, that's all they got paid was
They
$200 a week in store credit at that place.
They didn't get like a Panda Express stipend
Yeah,
per
$50
diem.
per diem.
Yeah.
At the
That's
same time, I
a
bet
lot.
I bet
That is
they
a lot.
I bet they got hooked up at every club that they went to.
Of course.
They didn't pay a cover, they didn't pay for drinks, and they were like, I'm gonna be famous. Hey, so like, hey, I'm gonna be famous. Look at me. And then I get to go to the gym for free and do laundry for free
Well, no, they
and
spent
tan
a-
for free.
They spent a summer with free room and board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On TV.
And she's doing really well now. She's married now. I think she's got 1 or 2 kids, something like that. And they buy shore houses, redo them, and they don't sell them. They put them up for rent. And this lady is worth, as of May last year, $4 million.
Yeah.
So she ain't screwing around, man.
Wow.
Good for her.
I know you, Riz. You said you watched Shameless at least.
I do.
He watched
Maybe
more
we should.
than
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys know Emma Kenny? She plays Debbie Gallagher.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
What?
Is she also one of your least favorite characters?
Yep.
Yeah, me.
Not
too.
like her.
She
huh?
is the worst on that show.
She is. She plays the victim card every
Oh,
time, man.
boy.
She's
It's a good show. I think
Yeah.
you'd
It's a
like it.
fantastic-
Oh,
It's a
I
great show.
watched a couple
Bill
of seasons of
Macy
it.
on it's incredible. I mean, everybody.
Unbelievable.
Well, she is 18 years old, and she's also Darlene's daughter on the reboot of Roseanne.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to be taking a leave, although it looks like she should be back to record everything on the next 2 seasons of both of them, but she is going to rehab.
Oh.
Quote unquote personal battles. And she is 18 years old, and she says, I was running with a really fast crowd. I was being naive and very immature, and I was doing things I should not be doing that was not legal because I'm not 21. So that tells me she got hooked up with booze too much, I'm assuming.
And to be honest with you, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Like, she seems like the type of girl that unfortunately would get involved with the wrong crowd and just not be able to pull herself out of it.
Well, you know what? And when I was looking up, because I haven't watched the new Roseanne yet, and at least not a whole episode, and I haven't watched Shameless in a while, so I was looking up to see who she was. Every picture, she just looks like she's miserable.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, that
But
sucks.
like I said, it looks like she should be back filming. Next season of Shameless is just in May, and she says she'll be back for that. So hopefully it won't be too bad.
Well, sometimes Shameless will actually say goodbye to characters for a while, and maybe and then bring them back a little
Yeah,
little
send
later.
them to like ROTC. Like
Yeah.
that's what they did with Carl for a
Yeah.
year, and then they also put him in jail too. So
Oh, so just write him off for a season and bring him back.
Damn it, Carl.
Damn it, Carl. On TV tonight, Cards at Reds, 5:40 is game time. That's on FSM.
Crabby birthdays. David Letterman is 71. Brooklyn Decker is 31. 311 singer Nick Hexum 48. Vince Gill is 61. Ed O'Neill is 72. And today's Burton birthday of the day. He's got one of the sexiest names in all of music. Herbie Hancock is 78 years young.
Oh, you like the name Herbie, huh?
Herbs,
Yep.
yes.
Gotcha.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Mandy Bright. And today's birthday girl's gotten punished more than a teen who got caught breaking curfew in 361 fine films, including The Assathon,
Okay.
also in Grand Theft Anal, Rectum Volume 1, in a movie called Young Buns Volume 10.
Is there
Also-
a theme here?
Yeah.
Or not?
Also, Who's Your Mommy, Volume 7. And who can forget her unforgettable role in Mother by Day, Hooker by Night.
Yes.
Mandy Bright is 40 years old. That's your porno birthday, your crabby birthday, and that is your crap on celebrities.
I want to thank this guy to my left, Mr. Drew Lynch, for coming in.
Hey, thank you.
Doors always open for you.
Thanks, Riz.
Tonight at Helium Comedy Club, 2 shows tomorrow, 2 shows on Saturday. HeliumComedy.com to get your tickets and all the info. Any other thing you're plugging?
Nope.
Okay.
Hey, Stella.
See ya.